Okay, so now we're going to be talking about Pontiac's Rebellion, which pretty much came about right at the end of the French and Indian War, um, which was right around the early 1760s, 1763. Um, in 1762, though, Pontiac enlisted the support from pretty much every tribe from Lake Superior to lower Mississippi. They wanted to get the British out of the formerly French-occupied lands. According to Pontiac's plan, each tribe would seize their nearest fort and then join forces to make an empire. And you know, uh, in April of that year, Pontiac started a war council near Detroit, and they decided that they would gain access to the British fort at Detroit under uh, kind of like false pretenses and saying that they were going to negotiate a peace treaty. And, basically they would take over and get all of their stuff within, including armaments and any, resources. But British Major Henry Gladwin learned of the plot, and the British were ready when Pontiac arrived. Um, he was forced to pretty much begin a siege, at that same time. And his allies in Pennsylvania had just started a siege at the newly formed Fort Pitt. Um, a bunch of the sympathetic tribes, like the Delaware, the Shawnees, the Seneca, they went to move against other British forts and outposts in like Michigan, New York, um, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. In July, British relief expedition attacked Pontiac's camp, but they lost a lot of men doing that, and they were into the Battle of the Bloody Run. They succeeded in providing the fort in Detroit with reinforcements and supplies, which allowed it to hold out against Pontiac's rebellion there, which into the fall. Sorry, I lost my place. Two British armies got sent out in 64. They were sent to Pennsylvania and Ohio. They were met with success. The Delawares and the Shawnees were first forced to go to peace, breaking Pontiac's alliance with each tribe. So failing to persuade more tribes in the West to join Pontiac's rebellion, and he didn't really have any support from the French because they were trying to take over their land, essentially. He finally signed a treaty with the British in 1766, and in 1769 he was actually murdered by a Peoria tribesman. It led out to a bitter warfare among the tribes, and the Peorias were nearly wiped out.